knowing that this is all just a bunch of people that are kind of gambling, because there's a lot of hand traders there, well, you can kind of take advantage of that in a capitulation backtest. I mean, not backtest, obviously, an algo, if you can tweak it right. But I want to show you the results from this one, and then I want to show you the results from this next capitulation one, and just make sure that you have all the code as well, because then, you know, if you are a coder or you're interested in learning how to code, then you can actually get something useful out of scrolling on YouTube. You know, I scroll on YouTube all the time, but I want to make sure that you like leave here with a goodie bag. So let's go ahead and say from talib import SMA. You can see down below it's still optimizing, so we're good to go. And we'll say import pandas as PD, and then class my strategy. Just pass in strategy to that. It's pretty simple. And then we do the init self. Let's say self dot liquidation equals false, and then self dot SMA equals self dot I, and then SMA self dot data dot close, and then 50. And then we'll set the next statement def dot next, or def next self, and then if self dot data dot close -1 1.3 times self dot data dot open in the -1 position. So remember, this is a capitulation trade. We'll say self dot liquidation equals true. Then if self dot liquidation and self dot data dot volume of -1 is bigger than 1.2 times self dot data dot volume of -2. So 1 back versus 2 back, we just say self dot by, and we'll set liquidation to false. And then lastly, we'll say if crossover of self dot data dot close self dot SMA, then we'll say self dot sell. And that's gonna be our capitulation trade. So that's the strategy here. And now all we have to do is pull in the other data that we were just using. So where is it? Let's go here. I kind of like the 15-minute data though, so I think I'm gonna use that one. So I'll just copy this in here, and just so you have like the whole goodie bag, all the code, just wanna make sure you got that. Let's go ahead and say, we need to import my strategy first though. And we've already imported backtesting. So backtest, and then this should work. It just depends on, we don't have a take profit and stop loss, so we're not gonna optimize this one. Results, oops, I think so we have our data in here, which is necessary. We catalyze the data, we drop none, we backtest it right here. We pass in the data, my strategy, cash, and commission, and then output, let's do result equals BT dot, just do that run instead of optimize since there is no stop loss there. And then we'll print result, and we'll flop. So let's see how it does on the 6 hour first, and then we'll see how it does on the other. So you can see I only made one trade, so kind of pointless. Let's see how it did though, 54% versus 57%. So there's another like reason why hand trading doesn't work, because like the last example I gave you was -4%, right? How do you know your buddy over there isn't trading that one and you're trading this one? Well, sure, like you might have good returns at 54% per year, but why not just buy and hold? And the strategy that is optimal for you to run right now may actually just be one trade a year, like this one shows. You know, so if it's one trade for that long and you're trading 20 times, those 19 are like gamble.